and then we get discouraged where we may feel like, oh, is something coming up against us? I got to pray about this. I got to fast about this. I have to rebuke these spirits that's coming up against me and my business. And we go into this battle mode when we actually should have showed up in obedience. Today, when I was moving around and just thinking about my business and just praying in my mind, God dropped this in my spirit. So I did bring my notes. So if you see me look down, that's what I'm looking at. And I don't know who this is for, but you are showing up for battle when you should be showing up in obedience. A lot of times as entrepreneurs who follow Christ, as Christians, we lack faith in the things that we have been praying about. So if we've been praying, God, give me an innovative idea for my business, send the customers or clients to me, show me what to do, and we don't act on them, and then we get discouraged where we may feel like, oh, is something coming up against us? I got to pray about this. I got to fast about this. I have to rebuke these spirits that's coming up against me and my business. And we go into this battle mode when we actually should have showed up in obedience. We should have done the things that God has told us to do. We should have made the corrections or the different changes. We should have been better with our time management if that's something that He has been dealing with you about, or the people who you are surrounding yourself with, those different type of things, whatever God has told you to do concerning your business and how it can be more effective, the things that you need to implement, the things that you need to discontinue doing or offering. When we don't act upon it, we get kind of in our feelings, or we feel like, oh, this is just not working, or maybe I shouldn't even have this business, or maybe I shouldn't even write this book. And we might even start to have a pity party and feel sorry for ourselves. But we really should evaluate, are we being obedient to what God is telling us to do? And I will say this, when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me as well. And the second point I want to touch on is take the road of least resistance. And when I was thinking about us as believers and entrepreneurs and people who are in ministry, when we pray to God for wisdom, God, give me insight, give me discernment. And then God puts it in our spirit of what you should do, or this is the way to go about this business transaction. Sometimes we get in our own way, and a lot of times the answer that God has given us is already being confirmed. You've been praying about it, you've been fasting about it, you've been laying on your face seeking God and all these different things, and God gives you the answer, and it may not be an answer that just hits you in the face. It can just be something subtle that He's telling you to do, and you're like, okay, Lord, is that you? And sometimes when we don't move on it, we start to look for the answer in other places where it's extremely difficult and hard. If we're asking God to give us wisdom and He drops the answer in our lap and it's right before us, it's not reverse psychology. Sometimes the path to success is not extremely hard. Now, I'm not saying there won't be bumps in the road. There won't be different things that will come up that you have to overcome. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, if you are asking God for wisdom and insight and direction, when He points you in the direction, or He gives you the insight, or He gives you the wisdom, heed to it. Don't always make the process much harder than it has to be. If we are serving a God that we know, that knows all things, everything is in His control, and He loves us and He gives us instruction, don't automatically just be like, you know what? I don't know. Is that just me? Like, Lord, can you double confirm that? Because I'm not sure. Are you sure? Did I hear that right? Make sure that it's God telling you that and that's how He's leading you. But once it's been confirmed, allow your faith to take you on the path that you need to go. Allow your faith to take you through the process. Allow your faith to guide you to press start. So you know when you have that push to start in your car and your car turn on, that's not as difficult as it is of putting the keys in the ignition and turning it to make your car turn on. Sometimes the path that God has us on is actually easy, and that He's actually answering the prayer that we actually prayed. So I just wanted to encourage someone that if it's been confirmed and you've been praying about it and God has given it to you, don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt what He's told you. Do not allow your faith to fail you, because a lot of times we try to calculate, oh, is this gonna work? Like, ma'am, sir, you done calculated how many units of a digital product that you need to sell. And when I'm saying that, I'm talking to me, but I'm talking to y'all too. You done calculated how many units you need to sell to make 100K in the next 6 months. You done did that multiple times over, or you have readjusted what your value proposition is without taking action in the area that God told you to. And it has to be something that we have to take serious, and we just have to believe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you go home and you walk in a dark room and you flip on the light switch, you're expecting the light to come on. That's how seamless it should be for us when God answers our prayer and gives us the insight and wisdom that we actually are praying for, that we go and walk in obedience. So I do want to encourage you, if this message is for you, just step out on faith, just walk out on faith and do what God says. He cannot fail, and he won't fail you. And your path to success will be different from others. And don't focus on all these confirmations, y'all. Because when y'all booking these flights with Southwest and stuff, y'all not emailing them multiple times. Can you send me that confirmation again? Can you send me that confirmation again? When they send your confirmation, you like, hey, it's booked, my ticket paid for, I'm going on my trip. So treat the wisdom of God and the instruction of God in the same manner. Like, when he tell you something and it's confirmed and you know it's from the Lord and you know he told you to do it, go ahead and walk in it. Go ahead and act in obedience. If this message resonated with you, let me know. Talk to me in the comments. I would love to continue the conversation. And again, it was a pleasure jumping on and chatting with you all. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. And until next time, be blessed.